in the beginning, we didn't have anything. How do you think we got leads in 2015? We had no Facebook ads, I'll tell you that. How do you guys think we got leads?
Word of mouth.
Okay, word of mouth. Good.
Newspaper ads.
Newspaper ads? Okay. Good guess.
Posters, pinup
Posters?
board.
Okay. Okay. Here's what we did. There's a public registry in every city and every state of new businesses that are registered. And on that, it gives the name of the business, the owner's name, the phone number. It's like you can look up public records. It's all public, right? So what we would do is we would go to this business registry and we would download all the new businesses, all the data, all the information. And we were a marketing company and we would cold call and that's how we would get deals. Hey, this is John from Limelight Media. How are you doing? Hey, real quick, who's handling your online presence to help you get more clients online right now? Oh, nobody. Okay, hey, real quick, if I could show you a real way to double, maybe even triple your revenue, would it be worth a 15-minute call? That's what we did, right? So it's difficult to do cold calls, but the reason why we were able to get deals was because our ability to sell. That's just the truth. We didn't have anything other than our voices over the phone and our ability to communicate to get people to show up to a demo and then people getting on a demo and us closing them on a demo. We had no social proof. Mike probably had 100 followers on Instagram. We had no money to run ads. We had nothing. Mike didn't even have a car when I met him, right? So we got deals a couple different ways. One, we cold called. Two, we would get in front of, we would also go on GoDaddy. We would type in a famous person or a highly uh, known person, and we would do a reverse Google search on their domain on GoDaddy. And you know what that does when you do it? If the domain is public, what does it give you?
All their information.
Yep. And we cold called, right? So what we would do with the high level people is we would give them irresistible offers to where honestly it didn't make sense on our end to do it. Like we probably lost money or broke even at some times, right? But why do you think we would do that for a high level notable person? Why would I give a killer deal to someone that's quote unquote
Referral. Referrals.
referrals and it's now part of my portfolio? Do you think if you did dog training, if you said, oh, yeah, I actually, the Trump family? We train all their dogs. It doesn't have to be Trump, that's just a name that came out of my mouth, right? Hey, do you know this celebrity, this movie star? Yeah, we train. That's why, like, when it comes to physical trainers, like, it's probably pretty easy for them to get clients if they're like, oh yeah, Chris Hemsworth, I do his program every time he gets ready for a Thor movie. Probably pretty easy for him to get clients, right? So
Yeah.
we did that in the beginning to build a portfolio. Okay. That way we now have big names that we could use as a big claim inside our pitch, which was true. We didn't lie. It was true. So one of the big names that we got in our first year of business was Conor McGregor. And on top of that, we didn't just get Conor, we closed his management where we got about 200 to 250 professional athletes, fighters, NFL stars, NBA players, and we did their websites and their social media. But we got paid shit. We got paid pennies on the dollars, but we were able to use that name and close deals. Here's what the sheet looked like when we would print it for the business registry. So our first year in business, we had no leads. Wouldn't funnels didn't even really exist. We had no business loans, we had no paid advertising, we had no social presence, but we had belief, we had ambition, we had culture, we had focus, and we had sales skills. Our first year in business, collected revenue, we did $1 million. in 2015. Did I become a millionaire that year? No. Did Mike become a millionaire that year? No. But we were able to reach the top 10% of businesses in America. Less than 10% of businesses, that 35 million, less than 10% of them do over $1 million in a year, which is kind of crazy, right? So for me to you, yes, you need ads, obviously, you need leads, right? But if you want to take it to the next level, if you want to be a seven-figure business owner, eight-figure business owner, you're going to need to learn how to master sales. Now, there's different levels of sales, and obviously, as a business owner, you're able to get deals by your ability to know the product and how it solves their problem, and because your conviction and belief for your own product, right? Just like, you know, if I'm sure you've seen like on TV or in movies or maybe in real life, you have a daughter that sings, and to you, it's freaking, you have Taylor Swift in the morning singing in the shower. You have freaking Beyonce in there to you because that's your baby. You believe, you love, you care, you support, thick and thin. That's your business. And, you know, perspective, right? Your business. You care about it. You spent so much time, you've invested money, energy. The thing about a business owner is, right? 7 years, 5 years, 2 years. How many people I've seen? I have 100 people on my team. You know how many people I've seen come and go from my business? A shit ton, right? But I'm still here standing, right? So that's the difficult part about people and personnel, right? One, it's about finding good people. That's half the battle. The other part is how do you keep them, right? I've lost some A players throughout the years, right? So the big thing though is why is it important for you to know sales? Because that's how you're going to be able to scale a actual sales team and gives you the ability to guide and coach, not based off of guess, but knowledge, right? So it doesn't mean you need to go and get on the phone necessarily. I mean, that would be my recommendation, right? But the more you and understand, more you know and understand sales, I promise like that I would be shocked if someone did less revenue by mastering sales. I find it very hard to believe, right? So that's obviously how to get deals in the present time. Okay, so my recommendation, if you don't feel confident in sales, get good at sales. Okay. So now, okay, that's how you get deals in present time. But if you're not good at delivery or you don't have a good brand, that's where sales won't always be able to save your ass. Right? Now we're good at sales, but we wouldn't be 10 years in business strong if we were only just good at selling. Right? We're also very important on delivering. And we've been working on something for a really long time. And that's called a brand. That's building a brand online because that's what in the long run will keep you successful and keep you relevant, right? So Coca-Cola is a world-class, worldwide known brand, right? Caesar, I've never watched a TV show. I've never read a book. How the hell do I know who he is? I don't even know what he looks like, but I know his name probably because it's branding and I mean, that's just like the guy, right? You think of any industry, reality TV, the Kardashians, right? They have a brand. So for you, it's about building a brand, and that's how you build a business that lasts. Because the better your brand is, honestly, that's how easy it will also be. That's going to lower your cost per lead, and it's going to make it easier for the sale to go down. Now the sales are easy because of the brand that we've spent a decade building. Does that make sense? Right? If you can build a brand, the goal is to become Caesar is a household name. That's just the facts about it. I don't think anyone can deny that, like, okay, in the dog training world, like, he's the guy. He's one of the guys.